Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I love cheap things. I love things, well, I shouldn't say cheap. I think that comes with some negative connotation to it. Inexpensive, budget friendly. These are terms that I can get behind. But these 10 fragrances that I want to look at today, I think are fantastic summer options. They're going to be $40 and under. So I'm going to list all of these fragrances down below for you guys. I wear all of these. I use them. You can see there's some pretty nice dents in each one of these bottles. Amazing fragrances that can be had for relatively, pretty much in everyone's budget if you're into this hobby. So there's a lot of criticism sometimes when it comes to cheapies, and I'm all for it. Not for the criticism, but for people buying cheap. The fun part about this hobby is being able to try different things. So if you're only focused on, I can get also behind the idea that if you want to save up a little money for something more expensive, that you should do that. But I don't think it should stop you buying from a cheapie once in a while either. So these 10, I think you guys are going to love. The first fragrance that we're looking at is Black Walnut Legend from Banana Republic. And this one I like quite a bit. Now, it gets a lot of comparisons to Creed Aventus. It's smooth, it's woody, it's a little bit creamy. The bergamot here is a real standout. Geranium. It smells like Creed Aventus, and it might even be the best representation of Creed Aventus in the opening of any clone or dupe. And I like it better than Club de Nuit Intense Man. Where this one struggles is with overall performance, and it's only going to last 4 or 5 hours if at the tops. But this is going to be perfect for, I think, like summer nights out, date night. It smells super classy. As it dries down, it gets kind of this clean, soapy vibe. So you lose some of that Aventus DNA in the dry down, but the opening, wow, it's damn close. And for what you're paying for this, absolute steal. I love this one. It's calming. I like to spray it heavy. You don't need to go light on the sprays. This is a nice one. And I have a lot of Creed Aventus clones, but I think this one gets overlooked sometimes. Black Walnut Legend. I like this next one. Same way you're talking about is JOOP Wow Fresh. Has this herbal, refreshing, vibrant feel to it. Very, again, kind of light on the projection, but in a good way. It's really light. It's crisp. I picture this being worn like to brunch, maybe like a Sunday fun day type of thing. You don't have to go too light on the sprays. As you can see, I go pretty heavy on the sprays here. But, summer tee, white tee, shorts, really high heat, this is going to work. And it's different than most other, I guess, energetic fresh fragrances, which is what I like. I love the herbal undertones here, and almost like a tea-like quality. And it also has some effervescence to it, a little bit of a sparkle. This stuff is a gem, and again, under 40 bucks. JOOP Wow Fresh. All right, let's get into the hype beast. Same way you're talking about is Missoni Wave. And another thing I probably should have mentioned at the top of the video is that these are all designer fragrances. So no Middle Eastern fragrances on this list. All designers, great for the summer, under 40 bucks. So what do I get from Missoni Wave? Bright grapefruit, a little bit of a vanilla, some vetiver, aquatic notes, so it's a little kind of salty aquatic. It's going to remind you of Chanel L'Homme Sport. It's a direct competitor to that fragrance. It's a really good one. I love the presentation of this scent along with Missoni Parfum Pour Homme. I love the magnetic cap. Very high quality feeling presentation, if that matters to you. And overall, pretty good performance from this. 6 to 7 hours, which is really nice for a freshie. It does have a little bit of a synthetic undertone to it. But for me, that's not a big deal. Ideal scent for pool parties, kind of hanging out, cookouts. That's kind of how I envision this being used. If you're going to Vegas for the weekend, you're going to a pool party, Missoni wave is going to work. Big compliment factor. You know, it's just one of those ones that is going to be a little bit familiar. You've smelled this before, but it does it really, really well. Missoni wave. This next one is a really nice pickup. I kind of envision this as like business casual, kind of an all-arounder. Same we were talking about is Davidoff's Cool Water Parfum. And unfortunately, this doesn't remind me much of the original Cool Water. If anything, it's more so leaning towards something like Dior Sauvage. You know, it's kind of has that peppery, creamy, woody sweetness. But this is amazing version of that DNA and long lasting. This one actually really surprised me the first time I tried it. I said, I got to get a bottle of that. And for a while, it kind of disappeared. But it is available right now, as far as I know, on FragranceNet. So again, I'm going to link all of these fragrances for you guys to check out. Button up, short sleeve shirt, golf shirt, loafers, slacks. Kind of put together scent for the everyman. So yeah, this is going to work. And I would imagine everyone is going to like this and everyone around you is going to like this. Davidoff's Cool Water Parfum. This next one, I love this one. I talk about this one quite a bit, especially for summer. Same we're talking about is John Varvatos Artisan Pure. Zesty citrus, woods, has a little bit of an herbal twist. This feels niche-like to me. It's upscale, it's breezy, very kind of calming spa-like quality to it. I imagine like wearing a white linen shirt on the beach, barefoot walking in the sand, that type of fragrance. Definitely daytime, definitely work appropriate. I spray this one heavy if I'm doing showings in the summer because a lot of times if I'm showing a house that say is vacant, you know, you're not running the air conditioning in that unit. I'm going in and it's sweltering. It's hot as hell. This is the type of fragrance I'm going to reach for because it doesn't matter the heat, doesn't matter the temp. This is not going to offend anyone. It's going to smell great. It actually performs a little better in the high heat for me personally. And it's one of the better performing John Varvatos fragrances, in my opinion. I think that, again, one that you can definitely spray heavier, has a white bar of soap cleanliness to it. So it's a little nostalgic in that way. I know somewhere along the line, everyone got too cool and started using gel and, body washes. But hey, I still got love for the white bar of soap. Incredible stuff. John Varvatos, Artisan Pure. This next one I think is going to appeal to a lot of guys, especially younger guys, same we are talking about, is Hugo Reversed. It's very grapefruit heavy scent. You need to like kind of zesty, energetic grapefruit. It's bold, it's citrusy. Some people, unfortunately, get kind of a body odor vibe from it. I don't personally, but grapefruit can do that sometimes. I would never recommend a fragrance to you guys that I think smells like body odor. But I definitely imagine a guy a little younger maybe wearing this. Not that any guy couldn't get away with this, but it has this sweetness to it that's more modern, so more familiar to current day fragrances, newer releases that have that sweetness up top. And I really like how it's used here. It smells like kind of like flat to me, but in a good way. This stuff is great. And another one, much like the John Varvatos, that I would wear heavy. So don't be afraid to spray this one. Pretty decent lasting power, 5 to 7 hours, which is ideal for a fresh fragrance. One that could easily be worn to school, in close encounters, close quarters. I imagine this being worn pretty much in any situation. I mean, anybody could get away with this one. Really nice fragrance, and another one, absolute steal for what you're paying. Hugo Reversed. I love this next fragrance, and it just happens to be another Hugo Boss. Scent we are talking about is Hugo Boss Selection. And this is very crisp, authentic smelling nature, woods, creamy, musky, professional smelling, upscale, gentlemanly, a little more mature, definitely more mature than, say, like the Hugo Reversed. So if that's for 20-somethings and younger, this would be 25 and up. So, and I hate putting an age to fragrances because I think anybody can wear whatever they want, whenever they want. But this one is just a little more upscale smelling to me. Dress shirts, slacks, office ready, office friendly, nice transitional fragrance. I would absolutely reach for this going out on a date with my wife. Or if I was leaving the office and I was going to meet her somewhere, I would just re-up on this. I mean, it doesn't have the best performance. It is kind of a light fragrance, 4 to 5 hours tops, which kind of sucks from a performance standpoint, but the smell, amazing. And I don't just collect to collect. I research a lot. When I like a fragrance, it has to have that balance of smelling fantastic and decent performance. This is one that, although performance is not great, it smells so damn good, I want it in the collection. Boss Selection. This next one reminds me of cool air off the coast, somewhere in New England, taking a nice drive late afternoon. Same we're talking about is Mr. Burberry Indigo. Just one of the best uses of mint I've ever smelled in an inexpensive fragrance. Francis Kirk de Jean. His name is not Maison. Francis Kirk de Jean is the perfumer on this. And I'm just blown away by what he was able to do here on such a tight budget. It does have familiar nuances in terms of like the aquatics, salty aquatics, a little mineralic. It's going to remind you of something like an Acqua di Gio Profondo. But there's a nice twist with that mint, and it's so herbal, so green, so refreshing and cooling up top that I just absolutely love this one. And I also have a little bit of a scent memory tied to this one as well. So I try to conserve it. But yeah, I just imagine wearing this on vacation because I did. So yeah, this thing, it kind of smells like New England in a bottle. Mr. Burberry Indigo. It's kind of a vacation gem for me. Same way we're talking about is Abercrombie & Fitch First Instinct. Just has this bubbly vibe about it. Effervescent, melon, tonic, kind of like a mixed drink type of vibe with this really addictive sweetness and muskiness. Really heavy on the musk. You have to like musk. But there's just something about it that reminds me of vacation and being on vacation. Possibly another youthful scent. It is a little bit powdery though, so some younger guys, they don't like powdery fragrances. Later in the dry down for me, it gets a little powdery. Maybe there's a Tonka note in here. But overall, it's kind of a party fragrance for me. It's energetic, uplifting, just casual, fun, nothing too serious. So I'd easily wear this to like a nighttime summer party or daytime. Again, like going to the beach or something. Like I would reach for this one. Really nice scent. One of Abercrombie's best. There is an extreme version. That one leans more heavy pepper up top for me. I like it. It's just not my preferred version of this DNA. Abercrombie & Fitch, First Instinct. This next one for me is kind of the true definition of a sport fragrance. Same way you're talking about is Cerruti 1881 Sport. Another zesty lemon, kind of spicy green fragrance. A little bit of a nod to older fragrances, more mature fragrances of yesteryear, but still modern smelling, still youthful, still timeless. So even though it leans, again, a little bit to fragrances that you've maybe smelled on like your dad, there's just a nod to it. It's not the predominant sort of accord in this fragrance, but super clean smelling, really light projection, just something about it that I absolutely love. One that is perfect for like the gym, dressing super casually if you're running around town with like joggers on or, shorts, pair of sneakers, t-shirt. This is going to be ideal. Keep this in your car, spray it heavy. I mean, there's just something about it. If you're like just worked out and you're going to meet someone, little post-workout freshen up. You know, it's gonna work. And yeah, it's again kind of a poor performer in the sense that, I mean, it is a very light wear, but that's why I love it. There is a place for it in my collection. Yeah, I mean, smelling this right now is making me want to wear it because it smells so clean and just effortless and super cheap. Cerruti 1881 Sport. That's it, guys. 10 fragrances, all for under 40 bucks that are going to be ideal this summer season. Would love to know what you guys think of the list. Drop it in the comment section down below. But before you do that, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And also drop down below what your favorite summer cheapie is. Would love to know. Would love to hear it. And chances are I'm going to look into it and then probably want to buy it. So anyways, guys, if you like content like this, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Hit that bell notification so you're updated whenever I upload new content. But until then, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video.